know, I came ready. I came ready. Absolutely. That's my man, Gordon. No doubt, no doubt. Man, come on, I appreciate you having me up here. Yeah. Been a fan for a long time. Yeah, that's really
I see it all the time. Speedbag right here. You got the Jordan boots on. Just a little bit. Start fast, they're going to show out. That's how you do. Start slow.
Pop, Nick said he did.
That was me, that was me.
This right here is, see, a lot of European fighters, they don't like to use it.
Right.
I don't see them using it, but my dad always taught me when you use a speed bag, if you really like to work this 10, 12 minutes straight. You gotta get 3 minutes on 1 minute off, so we cut the clock off, we do the stopwatch, and you work it, man, to where it's burning.
Yeah.
That helps you keep your hands up.
Right.
You feel them burning, you just keep them in this position. So it's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
It helps you cool down on all the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You come over here and just kind of reflect on the workout.
The hand eye gotta be cool.
And the hand and eye cool.
Yeah.
So, this is a big deal.
I'm trying to set mine up.
Whatever, like your imagination can take you wherever you want to go. Some they don't have the imagination with the heavy bag.
Yeah.
Or even in the gym, so they're just standing there and just hitting the bag. And you see them in the fight, do the same thing.
Yeah.
And my coach, my godfather Bird, and he's always trying to take it to another level. So even this double end bag right here, I love this bag because it's not hard on my hands, but it's, I mean, I can just,
Right.
I can anticipate something from the back. I can go out with it. It's just, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got the game out for that. So it doesn't take much to get the job done. It just takes the right equipment. It takes, obviously, like, you know, the intensity of the focus. And that's all I try to do every day.
You just be all out there.
No, but on the real man, I respect too, what you and your wife are doing, and congratulations on the baby.
Thank you, man.
Me and my wife, we started young.
Yeah.
We got 4 children.
Yeah,
So
that's
school
beautiful.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
And that's my baby.
Yeah.
So I know what my schedule is, and I know how hectic things can get. But how do you and your wife do what you guys do with the schedule that both of you have?
Yeah, man, it's intense. I honestly have to say it is. It's really understanding that family is first. And then when you come into, that home environment, everything else doesn't even really matter. It's just like, all right, we know we got a limited amount of time, so it's all about each other, it's all about the kids. And that's a relief, you know what I mean? Because as soon as we step out the door, it's like camera action, we going separate ways, we doing our thing. So when we get home and, just sitting there watching DVDs, watching the fights, eating popcorn, like that is, you kind of just yearn for those moments. So I actually appreciate it because it keeps all of that other drama away. You get to separate the two, man. Keeping family and God first. That's really what it is.
Well, it's exciting, man, to see a young man like yourself, man, excited about family.
Yeah.
It's like we spoke about earlier. It's, sometimes they expect, and I know it's temptations out there. It's people out there, things pulling us in a lot of directions. But one thing I try to do is for the young guys out there, just let them know that, man, it's possible to be faithful to one woman. It's possible to be a gentleman, but also be an entertainer, be a fierce competitor. And in my sport, I get pulled a lot of times to act a certain way, do certain things. And if you don't, you're not excited. But I love going against the grain when it comes to stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And because I want to create a legacy that my kids can look back on, my daughter can look back on, my sons can look back on, and say, man, Dad is acting the same way he's telling me that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have something contrary on tape.
Absolutely.
I'm telling him, son, be respectful. So that's the focus for me, man. And it seems like that's kind of.
Absolutely. It's the same way. It's just like one of those things that it's all about being a man at the end of the day. You know what I mean? both probably had a lot of influential people kind of bringing us up, saying, all right, it's easy to do this. It's easy to be out in the streets. It's easy to do this. The difficult stuff is walking in straight and narrow. So, you know, and then I dabbled in the other world to kind of go that way and realize, like, yo, this is the path to be an example. People appreciate it, and especially when you have a family of your own, it kind of makes it even more important. Like, so I'm right there on the same page with you, man.
I got another question.
Yeah.
You know, again, you're a young guy. How did you get your start? I mean, you're really breaking through right now, but how did you start getting your name out there, you know, in the beginning?
In the very beginning, it's crazy because like my pops early on was in ministry, and he had North Carolina. He had like a televangelist public access show that he used to have. So I used to like go on the show and like open up for my pops, like trying to rap and tell jokes and all of that, you know, little Jesus jokes and whatnot. And then from there, he was like, yo, you actually really funny. You should do something with it. You know, I was a bi-coastal kid. My pops lived in North Carolina. My mom lived in Cali. So I would always go back and forth all my life. So by the time I got back out to Cali, I just started to hitch rides to the local comedy clubs and stuff like that and just get up there telling jokes at like 15 years old, and then cats would see me. And then from there, you know, people saw me from Nickelodeon, Will Smith, a bunch of different, you know, people at the time, like mid-90s started seeing me. From there, it was just like, I saw there was like two different ways. Like I can either get in here and wait for somebody to cast me or go to an audition, or kind of blaze my own path. And so I started writing a lot of stuff for television and movies and stuff like that. And then from there, I started producing. Like I was doing stuff behind the scenes way before I even got on television at like 17, 18. So by the time I got my own shot to write and produce my own stuff, it just took off. You know, television, music, drumline, all of that stuff just kind of took off at the same time. And then I've been having that same mentality ever since. Like, yo, just go. Like, whatever. Like, don't wait for a movie part, or don't wait. You know, write your own movies, and produce your own TV shows, create your own label. And from there, it's just been, you know, it's been a journey. And you know, everything has its, you know, circles and all of that, but it's just been uphill from there. So it's a blessing, really. Absolutely. And the same thing, I mean, goes for you. I mean, obviously, I've seen your stories, you know, watching the fights and everything, but it seemed like this is something that, you know, you've been kind of working for all your life as well. And it's funny because, I mean, I know you got 4 kids, but I like having 2 new kids and like seeing my son, like all I want him to be is a boxer. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to, like, that's the thing, like, I don't think they should be entertainers. Like, your parents entertainers, like, don't even touch, your mom's one of the greatest singers to ever do it. Don't even touch that world. But like, like, they look like little athletes to me. You know what I mean? Like, and my son is like built like a boxer. I named him Rock. I was like, he's gonna be a boxer, right? So I just to someone that, you know, had a father that started him young and stuff like that, man. Like, how does, was that enjoyable, or was that like, because I want that to be a bond between, like, that's even the reason why I even got into the sports. I feel like I want to have that connection with my son.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I feel the same way you feel, but just obviously I'm in a different,
right,
different arena.